Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another skincare video to share with you. Before we get into it, you guys would have just seen my reorganization of my filming space slash workspace slash get ready space. So this is a new background. This is going to be my background moving forward, but I am still kind of playing with how the lights need to be set up in this location. So give me your feedback down below. Let me know what you think of it. But as I mentioned, we are doing a skincare video today. I had done a skincare video, like just letting you know my skincare routine back in the summertime. But if you guys didn't know, I do have combination skin. So during the summer, my skin does tend to be a lot more oily, but this time of year, we're right in the middle of winter, my skin is a lot more dry. So the products that I'm using right now, there's a few things that are the same as my last skincare, but there's a lot of different products. I do have to really adjust my skincare in the winter time when my skin is more dry. So I did want to share with you guys my current skincare routine, what I use. I do have all of my AM and PM products laid out in front of me. I actually have a desk in front of me now to film at. It's amazing. I'm loving it. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump on in. So I want to start with what I use in the evening, what I use to first cleanse my skin. The very first thing that I do when I'm cleansing my skin at night to remove my full face of makeup, because I wear a full face of makeup nearly every day, I always start with a pre-cleanser. Now this is something I use year-round. I think it's really important for your skin and helping balance your skin oils to pre-cleanse. It'll really get, like, it just melts all the makeup right off your face before you even go in with your cleanser. The one that I am currently using, which happens to be my absolute favorite one, is the Algenist Genius Ultimate Anti-Aging Melting Cleanser. This is my, like I said, my favorite pre-cleanser. I have other ones that I like too, but this one is my absolute favorite. So I definitely highly recommend that. I feel like this works for my skin all year round. Whether my skin is more oily or more dry, it doesn't matter. This one is fantastic. And then after I remove all my makeup, I go in with a second cleanser, and this is going to really get deep into your pores to cleanse your pores. Now, this time of year when my skin is really dry, I don't usually use my Clarisonic. I do like to use my Clarisonic or my Foreo typically in the summer when my skin is oilier because it just needs it, but I feel like it over dries my skin if I use it this time of year. So this time of year, I will just use the cleanser and apply it with my hands. The one that I'm currently using is the Shiseido Pureness Foaming Cleansing Fluid. I really like this one because it's gentle. I don't feel like it's overly drying my skin, and since, like I said a few times, my skin is very dry right now, I need a little bit more gentle than what I would typically use in the winter or in the summer. In the summer, I can use products that are very stripping and it doesn't irritate my skin, but this time of year I need something that is a little bit more hydrating, a little bit more gentle. So I have been really enjoying this. I'm actually running pretty low on this guy, but I feel like this is a great winter time cleanser for my skin. All right, and then I will tell you guys too, before I show you this next product, if you are watching my skincare project pan and you don't want any spoilers, you might want to skip ahead a little bit because I'm going to show you one of the products that's in my project pan. But the next thing that I do after I cleanse my face is I go ahead and go in with a toner. And the one that I have been using most recently is this one from Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Unwrinkle Turbo Line Smoothing Toner. I really like this. It is not an alcohol-based toner, so it's really working on my dry skin right now. It's not like overly drying and stripping. A lot of toners can be really harsh, especially if they have alcohol in it. It can really dry your skin out, but this one has been really nice and gentle. I have been really enjoying this guy. So yeah, that is what I use after my cleansers. And then the last step to my cleansing routine is I do go in with an eye makeup remover to get anything that's left. So when I'm doing my pre-cleanse step, I do actually apply this on my eyes and gently rub it around my eye area to remove most of the mascara. But there's always just a little bit of eye makeup left, so I will put a little bit of this on a Shiseido cotton square and use that to remove the last little bit of eye makeup because I like to make sure to get everything off of there. So that is my cleansing step. So then once my skin is cleansed, then I can go in with a treatment. I don't do a treatment every single night, but I'm going to show you the ones that I do use, and I usually will typically probably about 3 or 4 nights a week I will go in with a treatment. So I have a few here that I'm going to show you, and I kind of rotate through these depending on what my skin is doing. So I'll take a good look at my skin in the mirror, and depending on what it looks like and what it's doing, then I'll pick a treatment. So first of all, I do have the Peter Thomas Roth Firm X Peeling Exfoliating Gel. This I use about 1 to 2 times a week depending on how much dry skin I have. It does a great job of removing any dry skin buildup on the surface of your skin. And this time of year in the winter, I definitely reach for it a lot more than the summer because my skin gets so dry. I do actually tend to get a little bit of texture this time of year, and this will keep that texture at bay. So I love this. I think it's fantastic. It's something I've talked about a lot on my channel. It's very reflective, so it's blinding you, but this is a great way to exfoliate the skin gently. All right, and then like I said, usually about 3 to 4 nights a week I will do some sort of treatment beyond the exfoliation. If I want to do like a traditional mask, the two I've been reaching for the most in this time of year with my skin being more dry are these two from Glam Glow. I really like the Flash Mud. This one is a brightening mask. Now this one does have exfoliating beads in it, so you're not going to want to use this the same night that you do this. That would be too much exfoliation and it would irritate your skin. But I do really like this one for brightening. It does a great job of removing any hyperpigmentation. Most recently when I had some active breakouts and I was trying to heal them a little quicker or get the, you know, the redness to go away faster, this definitely does a good job with that. I love the way it smells. I think it's overall just a really, really good mask. So I've been using that a lot. And the other Glam Glow mask I've been using a ton is this Hydrating Thirsty Mud mask. Now this one I do use the same night. Anytime I do this, I always do this right after because it is so hydrating and calming and soothing. Because this is essentially just a hydrating mask, you can actually use this as a sleeping facial if you wanted to, but it just does a really, really good job. Now, speaking of sleeping facials, I do actually have a sleeping facial that I've been using. I really like the Korres Wild Rose one as well, but if you guys saw my last empties, I just ran out of that, so I switched over to this one from Patchology. This is called the Restoring Night Cloud Mask. So this is really nice. It actually reminds me the texture a little bit more of the Glam Glow, but it's very, very soothing. The first time that I used this, I was like, I'm gonna have to use this like 3 nights in a row because my skin is so dry right now. But I only used it one night, and then the next morning my texture that I had on my face was completely gone. So a little bit goes a long way with this mask, but I've been really enjoying this as an overnight reparative mask. If you have excessive dryness, if you've got that patchiness or the dead skin kind of building up, I would definitely recommend doing something like this and then putting this on overnight. All right, and then the last thing for treatments that I'd like to do are sheet masks. Now I have a huge collection of sheet masks, and they range in like what they're supposed to do. I have so many for different purposes. So again, when I'm getting ready for bed after I've removed my makeup, I will get really close in the mirror and look at my skin and see what it's doing. Is my skin getting saggy? If it's looking a little saggy, I might reach for this, which is the Dr. Jart All That Contour Sheet Mask that kind of like lifts and pulls everything back up. If it just looks dehydrated or dull, I might use something like this one. This is from Pure Cosmetics. It's the Quick Pro Holographic Mask. It's actually really, really cool. That one's great for brightening, or the Karuna Brightening Mask, of course, is also really good for brightening. If I want something just relaxing and hydrating, I might reach for like this one from Dr. Jart. This is the Soothing Hydra Solution. But like I said, I have a huge collection of sheet masks, and I love doing sheet masks. I talk about them a lot in my empties videos that you guys would have seen because I'm always doing sheet masks. Now, I don't want to go through all of these because I have so many, and this video will be so long. I still have a lot to show you here. But if you guys want to see like a dedicated sheet mask collection video where I talk about what sheet masks I have and how I use them and when I reached for them, let me know. I would be happy to do something like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the rest of this now. So for my nighttime, we're going to stick to nighttime because that's kind of where I began. At night, I always start with cleansing, then I go into treatments, and then I have my nighttime skincare that I apply to my face. I always start with like either a serum or a resurfacer, and the two that I've been using most recently are these two here. I rotate them, so one night I'll use this, the next night I'll use this, and I just kind of go back and forth. So this one here is from Kate Somerville. This is the Mega C Dual Dual Radiant Serum. It's something I've talked about a lot on my channel. This is my second bottle. I went through a full size one of these already. I love this. It's amazing. It does such a great job at really lightening any hyperpigmentation. It is a vitamin C serum, so if you've ever tried like the Ula one, which I'm going to talk about in a second, it's kind of the same thing, but it's even more concentrated. It has a dual pump, so the reason it has a dual pump is you're getting the vitamin C on one side, and then you have the base of the serum on the other side, and you don't mix the ingredients until the time that you use it. So you pump it from the middle and you get like a little bit from each side out, and then you swirl it together in your hands and apply it to your face. That way it mixes right before it's being applied to your face, and you get the full potency of the vitamin C that way. So I love this. I think it's fantastic. It's one of those products that again, I can use it year round. It works for my skin no matter what my skin is doing, but also it's something that I will always have in my collection. When I ran out of this last time, I went like 2 months before I bought it, and then I was like, I just can't. My skin completely freaked out, and it's just done amazing things for my skin. So I highly recommend that. And then the off nights that I'm not using that, I've been using this here from Sunday Riley. This is the Good Genes. It's an all-in-one lactic acid treatment, so it's going to help with resurfacing. I like it. It's not my favorite though. I will say I prefer the Retisphere micropeel that I was using with this last time. I think it does a better job, but this still is good. And I did get this one in gratis. I want to use it up and, you know, get everything out of here because it is a very expensive product and I think it is a good product. But I still would recommend the Kate one over this one. But so that's the first step, and then I always apply a lip balm. Most recently I've been using the Sol de Janeiro one. It's not my favorite, but I am trying to just use it up, so because it's part of that skincare project. But that is what I've been using at night most recently. And then I have my nighttime eye cream, which most recently I've been using this Kate Somerville Wrinkle Warrior Eye. I like this one, but it's not my favorite. I still prefer my Algenist Complete Eye Renewal Balm, or I really like the Fresh one as well, the black tea one from Fresh. But this one is good. I still do like it, and I am going to use that one all the way up as well. And then because it is winter, and again, my skin has been more dry, I've been using an oil at night. And most recently, this is the one that I'm using. This is from Sunday Riley again, and this is the Luna Sleeping Oil. It is recommended to use these together. You get them as a little set. That is how I got mine in gratis as well. But I'm definitely wanting to, again, use it up, but it is, I think it's good. I think it's a good oil. It doesn't break me out, which is sometimes hard to find with an oil when you have combo acne prone skin. But I think it is a good oil, and I'm been enjoying it. All right, and then the last step for my nighttime treatments is this here, and this is my neck cream that I've been using. This is from Algenist. I think I mentioned this in a favorites video. I really, really love this. It is a firming and lifting neck cream, but I've noticed a big significant difference with my, I get some pretty deep lines on my neck, and I've noticed a big difference on that. So I definitely recommend this one. I think it's a really great neck cream. All right, so that is everything that I do at night, and then the next morning when I wake up, after I shower, I don't re-cleanse my skin, but I just use this toner to remove any like sweat or anything from overnight. I just use the toner. And then I go in with my AM skincare, and I do have a complete different routine for my AM, and really the only reason that I do that is because I have my nighttime skincare in one location next to my bed in a little container, and then my AM skincare is housed in this desk that I'm sitting at next to my everyday makeup. So that way I don't have to bring products back and forth between the two locations, because I like to have the products where I use the products. Otherwise, I'm not as likely to actually use them every single night. I'll forget a night, or I won't want to get out of bed and get it. So I've found that when I have all of my AM skincare where my makeup is and all of my PM skincare next to my bed, that I am a lot more strict about using everything. So that's what works best for me, and that's the reason that I have two totally different AM and PM systems. You don't have to do that, it just works for me. So again, I always start with a serum, and most recently I've been using this Ula True Serum. Again, this is one I've owned so many times. Like, I cannot even count how many times I've owned this. I love this serum. It's fantastic. It's great, again, for brightening. I am almost out of this one, so I'm going to be switching it up soon. I'll probably only have like one application left, but I really do recommend this one. It's one of my absolute all-time favorite serums. And then for the AM eye cream, I've been using this Lancome one. This is the Visionaire Eye On Correction. I honestly don't really recommend this. I do not like it, but again, I'm just trying to use it up. I feel like I'm actually almost out of that one. And then I do also use a moisturizer in the morning, and most recently I've been using this Origins Original Skin. This is the matte moisturizer with willow bark, and this is also part of that project, the makeup use or the skincare project. I'm trying to use it up. I actually have been really enjoying this, even though it is a matte, it says it's a mattifying moisturizer, and my skin has been more dry. It actually is working really nicely on my skin right now. I do find that it absorbs extremely fast, which I personally prefer that for an AM moisturizer, since I usually go right in with my makeup after I apply my skincare, so I actually like that. But if you have extremely dry skin, I don't know if it'd be enough moisture for you, but I personally, with my skin even being more dry right now, I still have been really enjoying it, so I definitely do recommend that guy. And then the very last skincare item that I use is another treatment, and this is my AM treatment. Sometimes I apply it under this moisturizer and sometimes over the top, because like I said, this absorbs so quickly that I actually can get away with applying this over the top, but you can really go either way. But this is from Dr. Brandt. This is the Needles No More Instant Wrinkle Smoothing Cream. So this is like an instant plumper for wrinkles. I don't use it all over my face. I use it as a targeted treatment, usually right where I get my smile lines, and then on my forehead where I've noticed some more wrinkles as I've been aging. So that's how I use this. Sometimes I'll apply a little bit on my neck if I feel like the wrinkles in my neck are significant as well. But that is the last product. So yeah, I have a ton of skincare that I use this time of year. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'd be happy to answer those. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.